Hey guys, my name is Annalee Kemsley and welcome back to the Maybelline Makeup Loft. So for today's look, I really wanted to create a nice, fresh, glowy, almost kind of no makeup look that really withstands the entire day. I think a lot of people are under the illusion that the more makeup we wear, the longer it's gonna last, but it actually is more of the opposite, where if we wear minimal makeup, it actually lasts longer depending on what we use. So today I wanted to show you guys this makeup look. It's very glowy, fresh, very kind of everyday, all while using Maybelline products. So if you guys want to see how I've created it, just stick around. So for a look like this, it is really essential to make sure my skin is super like prepped and ready before I apply any kind of makeup. So this morning I've done a very vigorous skincare routine, which I love to do it every single morning, with hydration, just to make sure my skin's nice and hydrated and plumped before I apply makeup, but also with protection. So I've got SPF on, so just prepping the skin really well will help create the kind of perfect canvas that we need to create this makeup look. So to prep my skin, I'm going to be using my favorite primer from Maybelline. This is the FaceStudio Hydrating Primer, and I just use about the size of a pea and apply it everywhere I'm going to lay down my foundation. So the foundation I'm using today is the Superstay by Maybelline. This is in shade number 10 Ivory. I'm probably at my fairest I've been in a very long time, so that's why I've gone with this shade. Now, technically this foundation is a 24-hour Longwear full coverage foundation, but I'm going to show you guys how to wear this quite light. It's super buildable and really versatile. It's oil-free, and also it doesn't clog the pores, so I just know I'm going to get a really nice long wear out of this one. So I've got a little bit of my foundation on the back of my hand, and I've actually mixed a little bit of moisturiser in amongst it. So this is going to give a little bit of extra hydration to my foundation, and it's also going to shear it out a little bit so it's not going to be as thick and heavy when I apply it. You're actually better off by wearing minimal makeup because it's not as heavy on the face and it actually will sit there for longer. Prepping is just really important when it comes to priming and translucent powders. So there's just a bit of a close-up of how my skin's looking. You can still see a couple of little imperfections here. I would say this is a good light to medium coverage, and that's what I like to achieve for an everyday kind of look. Enough coverage, but you can still see my skin through it. Now, just to do a gentle amount of concealing and highlighting underneath my eyes, I'm going to stay with the Superstay range. This is the Superstay Full Coverage Under Eye Concealer, and I'm going to be using the shade Fair 10, and I'm just going to be applying the smallest amount in the inner corners of my eyes just to brighten where I have a little bit of depth. That is it. So before I continue doing the rest of my base, I'm just going to very quickly prep my eyelids, just because the concealer is quite wet here. I just want to make sure that the powder sets into place and it doesn't go rolling around. So again, working with the Superstay range, I'm going to be using this powder here in the color Ivory. I'm going to take a small little brush and just dab it over my eyelids. So to create that really nice, fresh, glowy, plump, skin-like finish to my cheeks, I'm going to be using a cream blush. So I'm going to be using the Cheek Heat here from Maybelline. Now I'm actually going to be working with two shades. I'm actually going to be layering them. So the first one I'm going to be using is Rose, and then the second one is Fuchsia Spark. So we're going to take Rose on the apple of my cheek, and then I slowly start taking it up towards my temple, and then just brush a little bit over the brow. It seems a little bit strange, but just the smallest amount. This gives more of a really flush, natural, vibrant look, as if it's not heavily placed, which is actually really nice, and it just gives a bit more of a fuller look. Now I'm going to apply the fuchsia, which is that deeper color, with my fingertip because I don't want a lot. I just want the tiniest amount, and I'm just gently patting up and down on the area that I want to add a little bit more rosy depth. Now I'm going to apply the smallest amount of bronzer to my cheeks and my temple, just to give my face a little bit of shape. So I'm going to be using the City Bronzer by Maybelline. Now just to make sure any areas that look a little oily are well set, I am going to use the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Fair Light, mainly just through my T-zone, just where I know I get a little bit of oil to make sure it's going to last all day, and sometimes I just leave the outer areas. It gives a nice kind of glowy plump look finish. But if you're a little bit more of an oilier skin type, feel free to powder all over. So just to add a little bit of extra kind of glow to my skin, I'm going to be using a highlighter. So I'm going to be using the MasterChrome Highlighter by Maybelline, and this is in the shade Molten Rose Gold. So I'm just going to place the smallest amount here on that cheekbone, just so that the light gently catches it throughout the day. So my base is completed. I'm now going to move on to my brows. So I have become a really big fan of that kind of perfectly undone brow, as best as I can with what I've got. So I'm going to try and keep this fairly kind of just full looking but wispy and relaxed. So now I'm going to be using my Brow Ultra Slim pencil in the color Soft Brown, and I just very gently like to line my brows and a little bit on the top as well, but no harsh kind of lines, just enough to give it some fullness. So now what I like to do is grab my Brow Fast Sculpt gel mascara, and we're just going to run this from the front of the brow all the way to the end, just pushing those brows right up. Now I have a very new and exciting product to introduce to you guys. This is the Nudes of New York eyeshadow palette from Maybelline. I pretty much squealed when I saw this, just because I was like, yes, they've brought out like the ultimate eyeshadow palette. You've got a really nice variety of shimmers and mattes, and it covers everything when it comes to shades. So first off, I'm going to be working with this shade here called Protector. So we're going to take a fluffy brush and place this in the sockets. It's a really pretty color, and we're going to make sure we buff this out quite a lot. I actually like to take the eyeshadow fairly high, but where there's almost next to nothing on the brush, and really blend and buff, because we just want to have such a seamless finish to this look. Honestly guys, the quality of these eyeshadows is unreal. Now I'm taking a fine tipped brush with the same shade underneath my lash line and making sure it's very well blended out. So now what I'm going to do is take a finely tipped brush and take this shade called Voyager. Now I'm going to create a very, very subtle blended out line, top and bottom. Now I'm going to take the smallest amount of Dreamer, and I'm actually going to swatch it on the tip of my finger. I like to get it quite close into the inner corner of the eye and ever so slightly take it upwards, kind of buffing it out and towards the brow. So the mascara I'm going to be using today is Lash Sensational. This has actually been one of my favorite Maybelline products for so many years now. I love the way this pushes up my lashes, and it's really great because it's super buildable, so you can apply one coat to get more of a natural look and then apply a second coat to get more of a fuller look. So it is a really nice versatile mascara. So everything's pretty much done. I just have to finish off my lips now. So again, staying with the Superstay range, I'm going to be working with the Matte Ink Liquid Lipsticks. So in theory, again, these are long-wearing matte liquid lipsticks, full coverage. I just love their matte liquid lipsticks. I've been wearing quite a few shades from their range for many years now, and you just can't go wrong if you want something that's going to last all day, all night. But because we're going for more of a lightweight kind of look today, I'm actually going to show you guys how versatile these are. So as you guys can see, I've got a little bit of lip balm on my lips. This is Babylips by Maybelline. So this is going to act like a really nice kind of glossy moisturized finish that's going to really help diffuse the intensity. And I'm just going to dab a little bit all over that lip balm, just gently buffing it around. I actually don't want a heavy defined look about my lip. I actually want more of a buffed out balm finish. Now to introduce another Maybelline product to you guys. This is the Glass Spray. So this is a makeup setting spray, but it's designed to give more of a dewier finish to your makeup, which is perfect for what I'm after. So I give it a nice shake. I hold it about 30 centimeters away from my face, and I don't directly spritz on my face. I actually spray it upwards on an angle towards my face and allow the product to just gently fall onto my skin rather than disrupting it and coming too frontal on it. So and this is the completed look. So really hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. Hopefully you picked up a couple of little tips and tricks you can add into your own makeup routine. If you've got any questions, feel free to let us know down in the comment section. Everything you need to know about products will be in the description box. Of course, if you guys enjoyed today's video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe to the Maybelline Makeup Loft YouTube channel. Until next time guys, have a lovely day and I will see you very soon. Bye!